This is a level E story, and in this story, the title is Yuck. Who eats that? I have to tell you, being home and cooking for my kids, if I heard that question, I probably would get a little angry. So I hope this food is really gross because otherwise I think their feelings might be hurt. So, Yuck, who eats that? It's written by Anne Harth. What's on your sandwich? Hannah said. I have ham. Peanut butter and pickles, Tyrell said. Yum. Okay, peanut butter and pickles is not a combination I've ever done, but I suppose some people like it. It looks like Tyrell does. Yuck, Hannah said. Who eats that? Tyrell took a big bite. I do, he said. He doesn't seem upset. Jakob sat down too. What's on your sandwich? He said. I have tuna. Peanut butter and pickles, Tyrell said. What do you think, Jakob? How do you think Jacob's going to react? I'm guessing from his picture, he thinks it's yuck too. Yuck, Jakob said. Who eats that? Tyrell took another bite. I do, he said. The new boy sat down. I'm David, he said. He opened his lunchbox and he took out his sandwich. So David. I wonder what David's going to think of Tyrell's sandwich, or maybe anybody else's at the table. What's on your sandwich? Tyrell asked. Peanut butter and pickles, David said. No way. Yuck, Hannah said. Who eats that? Jakob said. Tyrell laughed. We do. And he took a big bite. Wow, so Tyrell found another person who likes peanut butter and pickles. That's pretty funny. Let's go over some comprehension questions. Remember, it's okay to go back in the story. In fact, it's good to check your answers by going back through the story. So we're going to do that here. What is the new boy's name in the story? Well, I remember several names, but I want to make sure I'm correct. And let's go back. And it says, the new boy sat down. His name is David. So David is the name of the new boy. If I were answering questions for class and it asked me what is the new boy's name in the story, I would answer it by writing, the new boy's name in the story is David, because that's a complete sentence. What sandwich does Jakob think is gross? Well, there's only one sandwich they talk about being gross, but let's go back and say Jakob says yuck. So when he's saying yuck, he's saying it to what sandwich? That's right, peanut butter and pickles. So let's go back to the question. We know it's the peanut butter and pickle sandwich. And if I were going to answer what sandwich does Jakob think is gross in a complete sentence, I would say Jakob thinks peanut butter and pickle sandwich is gross, period. So I would want to make sure that I had a capital letter at the beginning, so the Jakob would be capitalized, and then thinks peanut butter and pickle sandwich is gross, period, because I want to make sure I end my complete sentence with a period. When does this story take place? So in this, they're trying to help you find the setting, so when it takes place. It takes place probably, do you feel like this is a school or a preschool? So when it takes place is during a preschool or a school lunch. So if I were going to answer, when does this story take place? My complete sentence would be, I capitalize this. This story takes place during school lunch period. So I'd want to make sure I begin my sentence with a capital letter. I'm restating the question and using a period at the end. And then the last comprehension question for this story is, what type of sandwich does Hannah have? Well, I remember the sandwiches. There was peanut butter and pickles. We learned 2 people had that. And then there was a tuna sandwich, and I can't remember the other sandwich because it was so early in the story. But I remember Hannah was the first one to ask. So let's go back and see. Here it is. Hannah asks, what's on your sandwich? And then she says, I have ham. So Hannah has a ham sandwich. Let's go back to our questions. And if I were going to write this as a complete sentence to answer this question, I would start with Hannah, and her name's already capitalized. So I would say, Hannah has a ham sandwich, period. And sandwich is a big word. If I didn't know how to spell that, guess what? It's right here in the question. So I can just look back at the question to check my spelling. I really hope you're enjoying reading some ebooks and that you continue to grow your brain so that you can continue to grow to the next levels. Thanks for reading with me today.